Hello everyone, I'm Sam.
I'm Addie.
And I'm Josh.
Welcome and welcome back to those that have played the quarantine quiz before. As ever, we've got some awesome guests on tonight and some great questions in store. And these people have pre-recorded questions for us, so that's awesome. If you are here specifically for one guest or two guests, they are coming, but they may be a while, so why not play along while you're here? And they've all given up their time specifically for the NHS, which is what we're doing this for. So they would love you to donate if that's something you can do. The link to do that is in the description right underneath this.
Now, I'm sure most of you know the drill by now, but as always, we've got 6 rounds with 10 questions each. Tonight we're starting with a food and drink round and we're ending with a general knowledge round. There will also be 2-minute breaks after the second and the fourth round, so you can kind of plan around that.
As always, let's get lots of activity in the comments.
Doesn't seem like that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
As I've seen. But make sure you don't post your answers in the live chat, as that takes away from everyone's quiz.
We've got live scoring again this week. If you want to take part, check the description of this video. It should be just underneath. And click on the link to answer form 1. It should be pretty intuitive from there. The main thing to remember is that, as always, your team name must be identical every 3 times you put it in. That includes a space before or after your name. It caused a few issues last week. If you've got questions about scoring, ask them in the comments and we'll be responding as well.
So we're going to organise it just a little bit differently this week. So Addie, for the first time, is going to join in presenting.
There she is.
And we'll be subbing in and out. So whoever isn't presenting will be manning the chat. So do with that what you will.
Okay, and most of you will be sick of hearing this, but we have got quite a few people who are new to the quiz. So for the benefit of those people, when you're answering questions on the Google form, there'll almost always be 1 or 2 word answers. So make sure you keep your answers simple and don't throw in any random sentences, punctuation or capital letters. In general, making your whole answer lowercase is a safe bet. So as an example, if the question was, what day is it today? You just want to type Sunday, not I think it is Sunday, Sunday question mark, or you even don't want to type, every Sunday, as you won't get any points for that. That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make any
Google
sense.
Forms isn't perfect, but we've tried to provide for the most obvious spellings. And finally, there's no prizes up for grabs tonight. It's just a bit of fun for charity. So please do not Google when you're answering.
So more than £7,500, including gift aid, has been donated over the 4 quizzes we've had so far, which is absolutely amazing. And thank you all to who have donated, some multiple times. We plan to keep the donations page open as long as we're running the quiz, and we do hope that you'll donate if you can. With that, I'll take over the live chat and hand over to Addie and Sam. It has been real, so see you shortly.
Bye.
Okay, so we'll just give you a rundown of what the rounds are going to be. If you know who's on the quiz, maybe you can guess which celebrity is appearing in which round. Who knows? Addie, round 1.
So round 1 is going to be food and drink.
The second round is business and the high street.
Round 3 is geography.
Round 4 is sporting records.
Round 5 is spies.
And the final round is general knowledge. And remember, we're going to take a really short break after rounds 2 and 4, so you can plan around that. So the first round is food and drink, and your first question is coming from Addie.
Yep. So question 1, you're not you when you're hungry, is the slogan for which food product?
Classic advertising campaign that I'm sure you saw. Plenty of good banter in the chat already. Great to see.
I did notice that Susan Boyle asked whether we should change your team names every round. Please don't.
Please don't.
It makes my life so hard.
Keep it the same. The second question of the food and drink round. Which country is pho from? But I think it might be pho if we're being very particular about it. So which country is pho from? Probably had that before, maybe. Okay, and the third question.
Third question is our very first celebrity guest of the evening. So we'll just let him take it away.
Hi everybody. I hope you're enjoying the quarantine quiz. Okay, here's my question. The Italian aperitivo, the Negroni, is made up of 3 different kinds of liquor. 2 parts gin, 1 part vermouth. What is the 3rd part, the 3rd liquor? Think about it. Then make one if you win. If you don't win, you can't make one. And thank you so much for supporting this cause. Bye.
Okay, so that was American actor, writer, producer, and film director Stanley Tucci. He's appeared in all sorts of things. You can see him in The Devil Wears Prada on your screen now. And he's also been in things like The Hunger Games, The Terminal, and Spotlight. Interestingly, he's also gone a little viral recently, making cocktails from home. He was actually interviewed by Graham Norton last week about that very thing. So hence the inspiration for that question, which was, a Negroni is made of gin, vermouth, and what? So that's just a 1-word answer. I'm pretty sure actually you could get full marks on this round with only 1-word answers. So do with that what you will.
I'm
pretty sure
I'm
that's
going
right.
through the round now.
Pretty sure
in my
that's
head.
right.
I think that is right.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Michael
Geller is here.
He's here.
Get in there. Great to see.
Also,
Okay.
I'd like to thank everyone in the comments who's saying they're proud of me for presenting. I'm proud of me too.
We've been trying to persuade her to do it the entire time. She's been too nervous, but...
Thanks.
Not true.
All right, moving on. Question 4. What type of fish does caviar come from?
Probably the toughest question we've had so far, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe. What type of fish does caviar come from? So, Sam, question 5.
Question 5 is a sort of, well, I guess a picture-based question. So the Knitting Nanas first hit UK TV screens in 2007, but what food product were they promoting? And again, just 1 word will do on this.
I missed them. I liked the Knitting Nanas.
They were around for 10 years, you know.
Yeah, wow.
Potentially not a great question for those in the US, but you might even be able to guess the answer if you think about it. Okay.
Potentially. Question 6 is what proportion of the world's hazelnuts end up in Nutella? Is it A, 25%, B, 15%, or C, 5%?
Okay, remember, you can just get the mark by just writing the letter that you think the answer is. King Dozza Dorrington showed up in the chat as well. Fantastic. After a brief hiatus last week, I'm pretty sure he's back. Good to see. Okay, and your 7th question of the food and drink round is coming to you from our 2nd celebrity of the evening. So take it away, Ainsley Harriott.
Hi everybody, it's quiz time again. Yeah, and here is that question. What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? I hope you've got that. What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? Good luck and enjoy the quiz.
So that was Ainsley Harriott. He's a chef, TV presenter and entertainer. He presented Ready Steady Cook for more than 15 years on the BBC and has quite a few cookbooks that he's written. It's his 2nd time on the quiz, so who knows? Hopefully he's playing along. We would like also thank you to him for tweeting about us today, which was amazing as well.
Who knows? So, he might be out there. Who knows?
If he is, say hi in the comments.
Stranger things have happened.
So the question that he wanted to know was, what is the world's most expensive spice by weight?
Tricky on that one. Okay, moving on to question 8 of round 1. Since lockdown was announced, which food product has seen a more than 500% increase in demand and national shortages in the UK? So which type of food, I guess, is the question here. Mm-hmm. Again, just 1 word is fine. So there you go. Wow, it's hard to keep up with the comments a little bit.
I think Susan Boyle just said that she wishes that Ainsley Harriott was her dad.
Don't we all? Don't we all? Right.
Yeah, sorry, Dad.
Question 9. Question 9.
You got red.
The world famous Fat Duck restaurant was founded by which chef?
This. If you do the full name, this isn't a one-word answer. So
You can get this question correct with just one word.
Oh, we've got Big Ainsley saying that he's playing. Amazing. If that is Ainsley.
Who knows? We had a fake Ainsley last time he was on,
Yeah.
so fingers crossed.
Right. Question 10 is the final question. It's another picture question, and it's which food is this a zoomed-in picture of? So what food is that?
And again, don't be too specific. Just one word will do. So there you go. So that's a pic. We'll give you why don't we leave that picture up for a little longer? Although people might have already got that. Maybe posh spice is the most expensive spice in the world. Very good.
Not the right answer, but funny.
Okay, so we'll bring up a review. And we'll just run through these one more time before moving on to the next round. Remember, you're not pressing submit. We'll move on to the questions for round 2 before doing that. But
Yep. So question 1 was "You're not you when you're hungry" is the slogan for which food product?
Question 2, which country is pho from?
3, a Negroni is made of gin, vermouth, and what?
The 4th question, what type of fish does caviar come from?
Question 5, what food product did the Knitting Nanas promote?
Question 6, what proportion of the world's hazelnuts end up in Nutella? Is it A, 25%, B, 15%, or C, 5%? And remember just to write the letter for that one.
7, what is the world's most expensive spice by weight?
That was Ainsley's question.
That was Ainsley's question.
Question 8, which food product has seen a national shortage in the UK recently?
Question 9, which chef founded the Fat Duck restaurant?
And question 10, which food is this a zoomed in picture of? There's a picture on there. We've got a fake Sam Gisby in the comments. Identity theft is not a joke. But yeah, we'll give you, well, I guess those questions are gone. Yeah. So that's about all the time you have on round 1. And we will be moving on to round 2. Right after a quick substitution.
Yeah, Josh is coming back on. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, good stuff.
So Addie's on the comments now, so do with that what you will.
Now Susan Ball's going to have to look at my trim for a whole round.
Poor her. Okay.
Going on to round 2, which is business and the high street. Question 1.
There you go.
Which famous businessman owns and lives on Necker Island?
Extremely famous businessman.
Definitely would have heard of him.
Wow, you're not
in
the swing of it yet. Better adjust quickly. Okay, so who lives on Necker Island? The second question. Which London street is famous for men's tailoring? One of the most famous streets in London.
Indeed it is.
Julia has a fun fact, which is that David cooked a banana porridge this morning. So there you go.
That's terrifying.
Don't know why you know
How
that.
did she know that?
Anyways. Okay,
question 3 is, as always, a celebrity question. So, roll the clip.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a lot of fun with the big quarantine quiz. Here's my question. What is the world's most valuable company? Best of luck and have fun with the rest of the quiz. See ya.
Okay, so that was Peter Jones, successful entrepreneur, businessman and TV personality. He's perhaps most famously the longest serving dragon on Dragon's Den, and actually the only dragon to appear in every series of Dragon's Den. So there you go. And he owns quite a few different businesses, one of which is Jessop's on the High Street, which you probably saw him there. And his question was, what is the world's most valuable company? And I believe that's by sort of market cap this year. So there you go.
Got that terminology down, don't you?
Yeah, well, what can I say?
Question 4. In 2009, which well-known high street shop closed all its stores after nearly 100 years of trading in the UK?
Very memorable moment, you would say.
Amen.
In the UK, though. Apologies for the UK focus, perhaps.
Yeah.
But there you go. Closed all of its stores after the recession in the UK, very famously. And the fifth question on this round is a logo question. I think the first logo question we've ever done. So,
God.
well, actually, but that might not be true. Anyway, that is a logo without the text on. We want you to know which company. We want you to tell us which company it belongs to.
God. Seems like you're not
We
even
need to
this
get our act
thing,
together here. Wow.
Pretty famous logo, that one, has to be said.
So, yep, there you go.
Question 6. What is the American spin-off of Dragon's Den called?
What a show this is.
Probably a favourite in the Gisby household, or at least it was.
Favourite of grandma's as well.
Definitely.
Have your arms been amputated? Well, I can't stand the exact same. I'll stand like this. Okay. Question 7 is the second celebrity question of this round. So take it away, Mary Portas.
Hello, everybody. Well, I do hope you're enjoying the quarantine quiz. So I have my question. And it's shop-related. Well, you know, I am the queen of shops. So here we go. My question is, which British shop was founded in 1849? And it has the motto, all things for all people everywhere. And it reflects the store's good goal to provide everything a shopper could want. Good luck. Oh, and please donate if you can.
So that was retail consultant and broadcaster Mary Portas. She founded creative agency Portas and was also appointed by the government to lead a review into the future of Britain's high streets. She's also had a number of successful books and TV series.
There you go. And her question was, which British shop, founded in 1707, has the motto, all things for all people everywhere? And yeah, that is, I'm so conscious of it now. That is one of the most famous department stores in London. So there you go.
Question 8. Founded in 2012, which company is nicknamed the Netflix for fitness?
You've definitely seen the adverts for this company on YouTube or TV. They've done particularly well out of the lockdown and having everyone at home. But yeah, and they're massively on the rise. So the Netflix for fitness, what company is that? Okay.
Question 9, or penultimate question. In the annual online shopping calendar, what day comes 3 days after Black Friday?
Rob's pretending that someone's made a fake account with his name, which is some of the worst banter I've ever seen. Okay. So yeah, you did that question?
Yeah, yes I did.
Good. And the final question of round 2 is as follows. Which company manufactured the Model T, the world's first affordable mass-produced car? There you go. They're still making cars today.
Bit of a clue there, maybe?
Perhaps, yeah. So yeah, the Model T, one of the most famous cars of all time. Which company made it? And we will now be doing a review of round 2.
That we will. So question 1, which famous businessman owns and lives on Necker Island?
Question 2, which London street is famous for men's tailoring?
Question 3, what is the world's most valuable company?
Question 4, in 2009, which well-known high street shop closed all of its stores?
Question 5 was, which company does this logo belong to, on the right?
Question 6, what is the American spin-off of Dragon's Den called?
Question 7, which British shop founded in 1707 has the motto, all things for all people everywhere?
Question 8, which company is nicknamed the Netflix for fitness?
Question 9, what day comes 3 days after Black Friday?
And question 10, which company manufactured the Model T? So go over those Before you hit that submit button, make sure you've made a proper note of what your team name is, because you'll need that for the next answer form. So write it down if you really can't remember. Yeah, there you go. And we will be ringing the bell to signal the end of rounds 1 and 2. If you haven't pressed submit on the Google form by the time we've rung the bell, then your points will not be counted. So give you another sort of five more seconds to hit that submit button and load up the next form.
Do you want to do a quick countdown?
I'm good. I think it's been 5 seconds.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so we will be running through the answers for rounds 1 and 2 quickly. Then we'll be taking a very short break, and then we will be back with one of the celebrities that I think a lot of you might be waiting for. Okay.
So the answers for round 1 and 2. Question 1. Was Snickers one of Grandma's favourite chocolate bars?
Is indeed. Question 2, your answer was Vietnam. Pho is Vietnamese.
I think it's pronounced pho.
Pho.
Question 3. The answer is Campari.
There you go. Thank you to Stanley Tucci for that question.
If you got that right, you can make yourself a Negroni.
You can, in the break. Answer number 4 was sturgeon. Tricky question, that one.
Question 5. The answer was Shreddies.
There you go. As I
Pretty
said,
classic.
on TV for more than 10 years, would you believe?
Cool. I wouldn't.
Me neither. And question 6. Unbelievably, 25% of the world's hazelnuts end up in Nutella.
You could not write it.
You couldn't write it. Answer A was the one you were looking for there.
Question 7. The answer was saffron, actually.
It was.
It's between £5 and £10 per gram, actually.
It's going to set you back quite a bit.
Yeah, followed by vanilla and then cardamom.
So there you go. And question 8, there's been a massive shortage of flour. I don't know if that's a global thing, but definitely in the UK there's been a shortage of flour because people are baking at home.
Yeah. Question 9, the answer is Heston Blumenthal. It was awarded the best restaurant in the world in 2005.
Fascinating stuff. And the final question of round 1, that was a melon. It was actually a cantaloupe melon. We were accepting melon, cantaloupe, or cantaloupe melon. Or quite a few different variations of that. There you go. Okay, moving on to round 2. Answers?
Question 1, the answer was Richard Branson.
Or Sir Richard Branson?
Yeah, Sir Richard Branson indeed.
It's going to set you. It will set you back $42,000 to stay there for the night, rent out the whole thing.
Yeah.
But there you go. Question 2 is Savile Row in Mayfair, London.
Question 3, the answer was Amazon. It's worth more than $300 billion now. And Jeff Bezos, I think.
Yeah, alright, cool. No, we're not getting responses from the audience. We'll move on.
Has a net worth of around $140 billion.
So there you go. And okay, question 4 was Woolworths. Was your answer?
Question 5, the answer was UPS. Actually, probably a pretty easy one. That.
Yeah, you got to think.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some new faces popping up on the chat. That's great to see. Question 6, your answer was Shark Tank, Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary there, and others. There you go.
Nice one. Question 7, the answer was Fortnum & Mason. They're known for upmarket goods, including Knickerbocker Glories, which is a particularly poignant memory for Mum and Grandma.
Poignant indeed. Question 8, your answer is Peloton. So there you go. Might remember that, so there you go.
Question 9. Question 9. It was, of course, Cyber Monday, where there's lots of discounts on electronic goods.
Indeed. Okay, I need a break, I think.
Sort it out.
Question 10 was Ford. There you go. Ford made the Model T. Would have cost about $20,000 in today's money. So, not sure how affordable that actually is, but there you go. Okay, that concludes the round 1 and 2. We will be taking a short break. Now will be a fantastic time to donate if you haven't already. The link to do that is in the description. Yeah.
Or make a Negroni, either one.
Or make a Negroni. So there you go. And we'll see you in a couple minutes.
After the break.
So we're back. We have,
Addie's back.
hi! And we have our first set of scores for the evening. So, should we start? So,
We shall.
thank you. The average score for that round was 13 out of 20, those past 2 rounds. The highest score was 18 and the lowest score was 5. We're looking at how people generally scored. People did pretty well. There's no one who was getting kind of below, but also no one who got top points. So it looks like a close race given how everyone's done.
It looks that way.
Then if we look at the top 20 so far, with the rowing boats, the Portaloos, the Malthouse Massive and 2 Towers are all in joint first place. And then there's about 1 million people who have 17 out of 20 who are in joint second place.
Some great team names as well.
Yes, some really great team
Professor
names.
Quiz Whittaker, very nice.
Yep.
Number 13 isn't bad.
Yep. Honourable mentions, Addie's pals, who won last week, are not on this leaderboard right now. So,
There's room at the top, who knows?
yeah. Also, big shout out, as always, Gran and Grandad submitted the form. They got 7 out of 20 this time.
Woohoo!
Best
Huge
score yet.
Huge shit.
Huge. Love to see it. Alright. I mean, that's about as much as we can say right now.
Perfect. I'm going to be manning the comments now, so do your worst. I'll take the laptop
with
too.
you. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
And heading into our third round, the only round presented by Addie and I.
Enjoy it.
Addie, do you want to do the honours?
Sure.
Question 1?
So, round 3 is geography, and question 1 is how many US states begin with the letter A? So, it's how many US states begin with the letter A? You say US? United States?
You've really I have no idea. Question 2. Dracula
Sorry, Josh,
famously
sorry.
lived in the historical region of Transylvania, but in what country would you now find his castle? I know Sam and Dad took a road trip there a few years ago.
Memorable trip, by the sounds of it.
Mm.
Stories we've heard. Move on to question 3.
Which is our celebrity question.
That is very true.
Do you want
Just go for it.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is still enjoying the quiz as much as I'm enjoying it. What I want to know this time is, in the 3-peak challenge, participants attempt to climb the highest mountains in England, Wales and Scotland. What are the names of these mountains? Please keep donating. Every little helps.
So, we've had to alter this question ever so slightly since Susan Boyle sent it to us. We've now changed it to make it a little bit easier for scoring. So, rather than giving us all 3 peaks, we've helped you along and given you 2 of them, which are Ben Nevis and Scafell Pike. And the answer that we want you to give us is which is the 3rd peak. Don't want anything more than that. Don't write all 3, just write the 3rd one.
But that was, of course, Susan Boyle, the Scottish singer who shot to fame singing I Dreamed a Dream on Britain's Got Talent. This is her second question that she's asked on the quiz.
It is.
But she loved it and just wanted to come back for more. So
There's a lot of love
Yeah.
for Susan in the comments right now.
I
She's
know
great.
my good friend Frank absolutely loves Susan Boyle, so he'll love that question.
Special treat for Frank. Alright, moving on to question 4.
The next few questions are picture questions. They're going to be aerial views of cities, famous cities, and we want you to tell us what city it is.
So this is the first one.
Pretty weird layout, this one.
Yeah, it is a bit. The trick to these is trying to find sort of landmarks or clues or tendencies which you might be able to help you along in coming up with the answer.
That tends to be how you figure it out, yeah. So, do you think that's long enough, probably?
It's probably long enough.
Yeah.
So, question 5, another one.
It's like a star.
I was about to say it's like a spider.
Has more than 8 legs, though.
I know, it's a weird spider.
Wouldn't be a very good spider.
It wouldn't be a very good spider.
All leading into one central point. I
Yep.
don't know if that's a hint, but it definitely is. Going to question 6, which is our last picture question.
It's a weird one, this one. It's cool to look from it above, actually. It's quite satisfying, all the little squares.
Lots of little red houses. Question 7 is, again, a celebrity question.
It is. This might...
I know a lot
yeah.
of people are here for this man, so give it up for David Tennant.
Hello everyone, David Tennant here. I hope you're all enjoying the quiz so far. My question is this: which two countries share the longest border in the world? Which two countries share the longest border in the world? I have no idea. I hope you're enjoying the quiz so far, and thank you for supporting this great cause.
So, as we know, so many of you are here to watch it, as has been made very, very clear by the comments. We're going to play that clip for you one more time.
Hello everyone, David Tennant here. I hope you're all enjoying the quiz so far. My question is this: which two countries share the longest border in the world? Which two countries share the longest border in the world? I have no idea. I hope you're enjoying the quiz so far, and thank you for supporting this great cause.
So that was the Scottish actor David Tennant, and we are absolutely loving those filters. He became very well known as the 10th Doctor Who, and has also starred in Harry Potter, Broadchurch, and many more. We really hope that video quenched the David Tennant fans' thirst.
Looks like quite a lot of people are quite excited about that video, so glad to hear it. Moving on to question 8.
That we are.
So, which African country has the largest population? Which African country has the largest population?
Question 9. In which country would you find the Suez Canal?
And the final question, question 10 for this round. In which European city can you find one of the 7 wonders of the world?
So these are the newer wonders, well, not newer, but they're not the ancient wonders of the world that many of you will be thinking of right now.
Yeah. So, which European city can you find one of the 7 wonders of the world?
We're just going to roll quickfire through these.
Rattle through them. Let's go.
These 10 questions. So question 1, how many US states begin with the letter A?
In question 2, in which country would you find Transylvania?
Susan Boyle wanted to know which is the missing 3-peak, Ben Nevis, Scafell Pike, and what?
And our next 3 questions are our picture questions. So which city is this? It's pictured on the top.
And middle, and bottom.
And bottom, yeah.
Question 7. Which two countries share the longest land border is what David Tennant wanted you to answer.
Question 8. Which African country has the largest population?
Question 9. In which country would you find the Suez Canal?
And question 10. In which European city can you find a wonder of the world?
So as before, Addy will be tapping out.
Great. All right. Enjoy.
I'm
back. Get in there. Okay. Sporting Records is the 4th round.
We love it. We really do.
We do.
Question 1. Michael Phelps holds the record for the most gold medals won in a single Olympics with 8. In which city did he set this record?
So obviously, yeah, just looking for the city. Don't need the year or anything like that.
Looks like a lot more than 8 medals around his neck there, though.
Pretty sure he won 23 in total.
God.
Yeah.
Maybe you could count them.
Maybe. Your second question. Which Englishman holds the record for the most Rugby World Cup points scored of all time? So there you go. Extremely famous English rugby player. Potentially the most famous.
That's a hint and a half. Has to be said.
Okay. The third question is, of course, coming to you from another one of our special guests, which is none other than National Treasure Sir Michael Palin. So take it away.
Hello, it's Michael Palin here. I hope you are enjoying your quiz, and I've got a few tough questions for you. First one is, in which country is the world's largest sports stadium? In which country is the world's largest sports stadium? Good luck, and thank you for supporting the cause.
So, as Sam said, that was English comedian, actor and writer Sir Michael Palin. Maybe most famously known for being a member of the comedy group Monty Python, and has appeared in some of the most famous sketches. More recently, he's written and presented award-winning travel books and programmes. And he is also a BAFTA Fellow.
The highest honour given by the organisation.
Crazy.
And you will be seeing Sir Michael again later in this quiz for some special bonus questions. So look forward to that.
If any of you are specifically here for him, then
do not
stick around.
You would be crazy to go
stick
anywhere.
Around.
And that question was, which country is home to the largest stadium in the world? So think carefully about that one. Very carefully.
Very carefully.
Okay.
Question 4. Last month, which sport became the first in history to hold a virtual tournament, running a home tour live from competitors' houses?
And I should say this has nothing to do with esports or anything like that. The participants were competing in their actual sport, just from home. So think about that.
It's probably
limits your options for what's possible over
using your powers of deduction.
Over
you
Zoom.
Might be able to figure that one out.
Yeah.
So pictured on the left in question 5 is Roger Federer and Serena Williams, and what we want to know is who has won more singles Grand Slams. They're looking pretty happy, taking a selfie.
So there you go. Should say to the power of J. All the answers are automatically calculated, which is why it's very important to just be very concise and only use one-word answers. We're not marking them in real time. That would be insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do this one?
It would be an honour. Question 6. This month, Hafthor Bjornsson set an all-time deadlift record, lifting 501 kilograms. But our question is, what is he better known as? Potentially might know him from TV. But he has a nickname that he's almost always known by. What is that? Okay.
Question 7 is another celebrity question. So take it away, Piers Morgan.
So that was broadcaster, journalist and TV personality, Piers Morgan. He presents to the nation every week on Good Morning Britain. He was a judge on Britain's Got Talent, which you can see in the bottom left, and is also a massive Arsenal fan, which you can also see in the top left. Hence his question, which was, who is Arsenal FC's all-time leading goal scorer? So have a think on that one. Just the last name will do for that one. You can write both if you're feeling clever, but just the last name's fine.
There's no sound on the Piers Morgan video.
Sure.
But seeing as it's playing right now and I can't hear it.
Okay, so we've had a bit of a glitch with that. But his question was, who is Arsenal Football Club's leading goal scorer of all time?
That was a good video as well.
Yeah.
Really missing out on that one. No,
that's fine.
That's no point.
So yeah, so question 7, who is Arsenal Football Club's leading goal scorer? Okay.
In question 8, you can see Wayne Gretzky, and we want to know, Wayne Gretzky is the most celebrated player of all time in which sport?
So which sport did Wayne Gretzky play? So there you go. Iconic sportsman in some circles. Question 9. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar holds the all-time points record with 38,387 in which sport? Should say this is in the by far the most well-known league of this sport. And we just need the sport for this one. So in which sport did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar score more than 38,000 points?
Got a pretty funky bow tie on there, has to be said.
Okay.
Question 10. Known as the most dangerous event at the Winter Olympics, which sport is this?
So you can have, there's a picture there on the right. Winter Olympic sport, what is it?
That's quite fun, actually, judging by that picture.
Okay, let's keep it classy in the comments. Just a reminder, we've got grandparents online, so behave. Okay, round 4, review. Coming up now, so your first question of this round. In which city did Michael Phelps win a record 8 gold medals?
Question 2. Which Englishman holds the record for most Rugby World Cup points scored?
Question 3. Which country is home to the largest stadium in the world? That was Michael Palin's question.
Question 4. Last month, which sport ran a home tour live from competitors' houses?
Question 5. Who has won more singles Grand Slams? Is it Roger Federer or Serena Williams?
Question 6. What is Hafthor Bjornsson, better known as?
Nicely
Nailed
done.
it.
Question 7. Who is Arsenal Football Club's all-time leading goal scorer?
Question 8. Which sport did Wayne Gretzky play?
Question 9. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the leading point scorer in which sport?
And question 10. Which sport is pictured in the bottom right?
So there you have it. That is your sporting records round. Have a look at your answers for round 3 and 4, and when you're happy with them and happy that your team name matches the one that you submitted previously, feel free to hit that submit button. And we'll give you another sort of 10 seconds on that round. Shout out for Cookie requested, so big shout out Cookie, remember that?
And then we will be ringing the bell to signify that the scoring is done.
Okay, wow. Okay, so go for it. So make sure you've hit the submit button. That concludes the questions for round 3 and 4, and we will blitz through the answers quickly. Okay.
That we will. Question 1. The answer was 4. There's Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, and Arizona. Or Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Question 2. Your answer was Romania. Dracula lives in Romania, or lived.
Question 3. The answer was Snowdon. That was the missing one from the 3 peaks.
That's in Wales. Question 4. The first picture was Amsterdam.
You can see a lot of canals in there. Question 5. That's Paris.
The Champs-Élysées.
Amen to that.
Amen. And the third city was Barcelona. You can see this sort of grid-like pattern Barcelona's quite known for there.
Question 7. The answer was the USA and Canada. Actually, it's 8.9.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
Moving on. The second is Russia-Kazakhstan border, and the third is Argentina-Chile border. So yeah, shout out to everyone in Canada and shout out to everyone in Chile playing too. And I'm sure we have at least one group. Maybe more, but unlikely.
Question 8. The answer was Nigeria, actually. There are 195 million people, which is actually 4 times that of South Africa.
Almost. The 9th answer was Egypt. Suez Canal runs through Egypt. You can see that there.
And the final answer was Rome. Others include the Great Wall of China, Petra, Machu Picchu, Taj Mahal, Christ the Redeemer, and, oh God.
The Chichen Itza, I believe, in Mexico.
Nailed it.
I'm
God,
not sure.
You real bailed me out there.
Okay, and moving on to the answers for the 4th round. Michael Phelps broke the gold medal record in Beijing in 2008, but we were looking for Beijing.
That we were. Question 2. The answer was Johnny Wilkinson. Pretty obvious now.
Of course. Picture there scoring the winning drop goal in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final. Question 3. Your answer to Michael Palin's question was North Korea. The stadium you can see there can accommodate 114,000 people. And the second, third, fourth and fifth largest stadiums are all American college stadiums. So there you go. Pretty amazing.
Question 4. The answer was darts. Pretty much the only sport that you could do like that.
Mm-hmm. Chess, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Question 5, your answer is Serena Williams. She has won 23 singles Grand Slams, and Federer has won only 20. Although 20 is still pretty impressive.
That it is. Question 6. The mountain is Hathor Bjornsson's nickname.
He's from Game of Thrones as well, which you might have seen him in. Question 7 was Thierry Henry. That was Piers Morgan's question. Apologies that the audio went there, but Thierry Henry was the answer we were looking for. Or just Henry.
Question 8. The answer was ice hockey. Wayne Gretzky is most famous for ice hockey. He holds the records for most goals, assists, points and hat-tricks, which is pretty crazy.
There you go. Impressive. Question 9, the answer was basketball or NBA. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored the most points in the NBA ever. If you put Michael Jordan, he scored more than 6,000 fewer than that.
Question 10. The answer was ski cross, which now becomes obvious looking at the picture.
Yeah, if you put Michael Jordan, that made no sense. Anyway,
Wait, what?
So dumb. Who knows that we picked up on, but yeah. Ski cross was the final answer. I said something stupid, don't worry.
Okay.
Ski cross was the final answer for that one, or snow cross. So there you go. And we will now be taking a short break. Right after this break, we will have another star from Doctor Who I know a lot of you are excited about seeing, and also a star from James Bond, and more. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you very shortly.
Hi, we're back. And
We
so
are.
am I. What's up? So we've got another round of scores. So if we look, average score was 12, not 13 this time.
Touch lower.
But the highest score was 19, and also the lowest score was 2, so that's not ideal for whoever that was. If we look at the top, the Portaloos in first place with 19 out of 20.
Doing exceptionally well.
The
Wow.
Porters, that might have been Seb with the geography round, potentially. Potentially. Doing pretty well. Addie's pals are in 5th place for that round, so...
Welsh Wanderers also coming in the bronze medal position as well. I think that's their highest round scoring to date.
So everyone did so far. 1% got between 37 and 40.
Just one team.
I think that's one
That
person.
is The Porters have done
Impressive
that well.
stuff. Impressive
Good
stuff.
job to you guys. Yeah, we're looking pretty good so far. I don't know if anyone
Well,
else...
Porters have played every week and never finished top, so no pressure on these last 2 rounds, but a lot is on the line here.
It's quite fun to
A
look
lot
at some
to
of
play
the team names. Theo Pepper and friends, all quiz gods in brackets. Super slow sloths. Why are we so bad at this?
In 47th place, yeah.
Susan Boyle is in 49th place. So, good job, Susan. And yeah.
PE with Joe. I've been playing every week. Not sure who they are, so feel free to identify yourself in the live
Of
chat.
course. And yeah. Mouldy custard creams. That's not a very appealing team name.
Good stuff.
But
There
we
you
have
have it. That's the leaderboard.
We have 92 teams playing today.
That's
So,
awesome.
excellent stuff,
And
everyone.
I will be going onto the chat, so feel free to start a conversation because I get very bored.
And Josh, you can remember it's not too late to donate. The link is live for that, and Josh will be posting it in the live chat
If I can find it.
imminently.
Yeah. So, moving on to round 5, and this is a Spies themed round.
It is. Potentially a pretty tough round, this one, but we'll
Yeah.
see. So question 1, what is the name of the CIA assassin played by Matt Damon in the well-known American action thriller film series?
Some good films.
Gotta get this one to start.
I know. Mum, you quite like the films.
Will only make you nervous. Hiding behind the pillow. Your second question?
Yes. Question 2 is, what is the name of the English country estate that became the centre of Allied code breaking during the Second World War? Bit of a weird tongue twister, that one.
They cracked the Enigma code there. Also in a movie about it.
Yep. Very famous movie with some famous people.
But we need the name of the location. Okay, so English country estate, centre of code breaking. That was the second question. And the third question is another celebrity question. Take it away, Mr. Rafe Fiennes.
Hello everyone, good evening. I hope you're enjoying the quiz so far. My question is a James Bond related question, and it's this. Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond books, described James Bond as looking like a famous American singer-songwriter band leader from the 1930s. Who was that? What was his name? That's the question. Stay safe, stay strong. Thank you for supporting this great cause. Thanks.
So that was, of course, actor, producer and director Rafe Fiennes. He's played some iconic roles, some of which you can see on the screen. He plays Voldemort in the Harry Potter series, and he's recently taken over from Dame Judi Dench as M in James Bond as well. Other classic movies include Schindler's List, which is in the bottom left, and The English Patient. He provided his own question, a particularly tough one, we think. So fair play if you know the answer to that one. But yeah, I should say as a little clue we've written down, the person you're looking for also wrote Skylark, Stardust and Georgia on My Mind. Those are some tracks that he's responsible for.
Just to help you out a little bit. So, question 4 is a picture question, and it's, what is the title of this film series?
Don't need a specific film or anything like that.
Yep, just the series. An iconic series, in my opinion.
A real classic.
Real classic.
While we're talking about movie classics.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah.
really good that the audio was back for that
Which
celebrity
is
question.
great.
Heart and mouth moment there. But.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Question 5.
You said it. Question 5.
Thank you. Anthony Horowitz authored a series of novels for young readers, of which Stormbreaker was the first. Who was the main character? You liked these books.
I did. I loved them, in fact. Remember in 2006, my birthday, got all the lads round to watch Stormbreaker. What a night. What a night.
It looks like while Josh has not been part of the quiz, he's trying to apply to the TARDIS Conspiracy Club. So.
And Polly wants a movie night with Kate. How sweet.
Awesome. Holly Mum says yes.
Great to see the Blakesleys tuning again.
Only if we can
I know.
Maple and Monty.
Yeah.
Rob wants to come too.
Excellent.
Okay, question 6. We have not done.
Yes, no.
In which famous American movie series about a spy does Mike Myers play both the hero and the villain? Another classic.
It is another classic, actually.
Mm-hmm. But we just need the series.
So question 7 is yet another celebrity question. And yeah, I guess we'll just let him ask it himself. Go for it.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the big quarantine quiz. Now I've got a question for you, and it's about James Bond. Which singer is the only person to have sung two James Bond themes? I happen to think this is a very easy question. I think it's a little too easy, but maybe that's just me. Good luck.
So, Rob Brydon there, comedian, actor, TV presenter, and many other roles. He's presented Would I Lie to You for 10 years and also stars as Bryn in Gavin and Stacey, and is, of course, one of the nation's most famous comedians. So, a huge thank you to Rob Brydon for providing that question for us. I have a slight correction to that question. This singer actually sang 3 Bond themes. No one else has ever sung more than one, but this singer sang 3.
It's a special person.
What was their name? That's question 7.
Moving on to question 8.
We are.
Which British author wrote the 1963 classic The Spy Who Came In From the Cold?
I think this is a very tough question.
I think it's a really tough question.
But I'm assured it's an absolute classic. So
Yeah, Mum and Dad disagree with us
We'll see.
on that one. People are now talking about omelettes in the comments.
obviously.
What?
They want. Lily and Sophia want Joe to do a quiz question. Well, we'll see if we can arrange that for next week. Who knows? Wouldn't want to rule anything out. You have to come back and find out.
All right. Question 9. Do you want to go?
Yep. Question 9. What was the name of the American pilot whose CIA plane was shot down in Soviet airspace in 1960, prompting a prisoner exchange for KGB agent Rudolf Abel? If you've done the Cold War at school, you'll definitely know this man's name, or you should.
I think I did it and I don't, so don't know if that's a true statement. And question 10.
I was also, sorry, the Bridge of Spies was also inspiration. That was the inspiration for Bridge of Spies.
Key information for that question. And question 10. Boff is the right-hand man to which popular fictional spy? Yet another classic film series.
Another classic. I have to say, I love this film.
Me too.
So yeah, Boff was the assistant to a beloved fictional spy. Who was it? And we will do a quick rundown of the questions, as ever.
So, question 1. What is the name of the CIA assassin played by Matt Damon in the well-known American action thriller film series?
I'm a bit worried by how much Josh is typing.
I know.
He can't hear me, he's got headphones in. Question 2. Which English estate became the centre of Allied code breaking in World War II?
Yep. Question 3. James Bond was described by Ian Fleming as looking like which famous American singer-songwriter from the 1930s?
Question 4. What is the title of the film that's pictured on your screen?
Question 5. Who was the main character in Andy Horowitz's books?
Question 6. In which movie does Mike Myers play both the hero and the villain?
Question 7. Who is the only person to have sung more than one Bond theme?
Question 8. Who wrote The Spy Who Came In From the Cold?
Yep. Question 9. What was the name of the American pilot whose plane was shot down in Soviet airspace in 1960?
And question 10. Boff is the right-hand man to which popular fictional spy? So those are your 10 questions for the Spies round. We'll leave those up on the screen while we do a quick substitution for the last time.
So I'll be on the comments again, so I can't promise I'll be as chatty as Josh.
Do your worst.
Feel free to say hi.
Hello everyone.
And we're back. We are back.
So, my fingers are tired.
Okay.
Apparently I've joined a club with Willow. Don't know where to meet up with her, but...
Shout out Willow.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're moving on to the final round, featuring perhaps one of the people you're all waiting for, who knows? But Josh, before then, question 1.
Question 1. In 2009 and 2020, 2 actors won Oscars for playing the same character. What was that character?
Think about it. It's an iconic role. Iconic. So one of those people won an Oscar, this year for playing that character.
Question 2. What day of the week are/were Greta Thunberg's climate strikes held on?
Might remember a hashtag that she uses, potentially. Campaign.
Very potentially.
So there, yeah. What day of the week did Greta Thunberg hold her climate strikes on all around the world?
Question 3.
It's perhaps, the one you've all been waiting for. So yeah, take it away, Jodie Whittaker.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all enjoying the quiz so far. Right, what I want to know is, what is the name of the Yorkshire sculptor whose bronze reclining figure sculpture was infamously stolen in 2005? Good luck, and I hope you have a great evening.
So, since we know quite a few of you are here just for Jodie, we're going to roll that one more time.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all enjoying the quiz so far. Right, what I want to know is, what is the name of the Yorkshire sculptor whose bronze reclining figure sculpture was infamously stolen in 2005? Good luck, and I hope you have a great evening.
So I'm sure many of you know all the details about Jodie Whittaker, but for those of you who don't, she is an English actress and the current Doctor Who, and she's the first female Doctor Who in history. She's from Yorkshire, hence her Yorkshire-related question, and thanks to everyone who's joined tonight to see her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and her question was, what is the name of the Yorkshire sculptor whose bronze reclining figure sculpture was infamously stolen in 2005? And yeah, remember Jodie submitted that video because this is all for a great cause. So if you feel willing and able to donate to support that cause, then the link to do that is in the description right underneath this video.
Question 4. In a standard pack of playing cards, what are all the queens holding? I'm sure every one of you has played with cards, question. But this is a hard one.
Tough old question, but you'll never forget it once you see the answers, if you don't know.
So true.
So that's your question 4. What are all the queens holding on playing cards? And your 5th question. Which track did ABBA sing at Eurovision in 1974, which kicked off their incredible career? I think it actually recently won the best Eurovision track of all time, as voted for by the public.
That's crazy.
That was yesterday. I think Eurovision was actually on yesterday. So.
Was it?
I think so. Virtual? I don't know.
Okay, so this is my personal favourite segment.
Everyone's favourite segment.
Which is Tweet of the Week. One of our neighbours, called Alan, loves taking pictures of birds, and he's sent them over. And we've been doing this every week, so we want to know, what type of bird is this?
There you go.
Thanks for the picture, Alan, as always.
Some beautiful pictures.
Amen.
So what type of bird is that on the right of your screen? Just give you a touch longer to mull that one over. Okay. And the 7th question is, I believe, amazingly the 12th special guest question of the quiz.
Crazy.
And final special question. So, take it away, Jon Snow.
Good evening, everybody. It's my great honour and pleasure to be allowed to ask you certainly 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 questions. In which year did the Berlin Wall fall?
So that was the award-winning journalist and TV presenter Jon Snow. Amazingly, he's presented Channel 4 News for over 30 years and has travelled the world covering the news, from the fall of the Berlin Wall to the release of Mandela, Obama's inauguration, and many other special events. And he's also on the Big Fat Quiz every year, and sometimes, raps and dances, which you can see on the bottom left. So he has pedigree in the quizzing world. And his question was, in which year did the Berlin Wall fall? And for that one, we just want to know when it began, rather than when every remnant was gone or whatever. Okay.
Question 8. We want you to name either of the 7 dwarves whose name does not end in a Y. So I think there are 2 of them. Is that it?
There are 2. Yeah. There's no prizes for both. In fact, you will get a 0. So just write one of them.
Yeah.
That's if you're using the Google form. If you're using pen and paper, feel free to write both. So yeah, either of the 7 dwarves whose name does not end in a Y. The second last question of week 5.
What is known to be the most ancient calculating device?
Dad was asleep there.
Bit of a slip up, but we're back.
Ancient calculating device. Got to have heard of this one.
You have to.
Okay, and the final question before we give you a quick review is a riddle, actually, our first riddle. What belongs to you, but others use it more than you do? So yeah, that's a riddle. Maybe you've heard this one before.
I haven't.
Can you work it out? Don't say.
I think I've got it, but I'm not going to give it away.
So that is the final question, and we'll give you a quick review now of the final round. So all the questions from the general knowledge round are up on screen now. Before you hit submit, make sure your team name matches from forms 1 and 2, and we'll quickly give you a rundown.
In 2009 and 2020, 2 actors won Oscars for playing which character?
Question 2. What day of the week are Greta's climate strikes held on?
What is the name of the Yorkshire sculptor whose bronze reclining figure sculpture was famously stolen in 2005?
That was Jodie Whittaker's question. Question 4. What are all the queens holding in a pack of cards?
Which track did ABBA sing at Eurovision?
Question 6. What type of bird is pictured on the right?
That was the tweet of the week. And question 7. In which year did the Berlin Wall fall?
That was Jon Snow's question. Number 8. Name either of the 7 dwarves whose name does not end in a Y.
Question 9. What is known to be the most ancient calculating device?
And question 10. What belongs to you, but others use it more than you do? That is a riddle for you. So there you go. We'll give you a few more moments on those. Make sure to hit that submit button once you're happy. Josh will be grabbing the final bell in a second.
The bell of infinite wisdom.
The bell of destiny. So yeah, I think you probably had enough time. So do you want to ring that bell, Josh?
Ring the bell of truth.
So make sure you've hit the submit button. If you have not yet done that, your scores may not count. So hit the submit button and we'll quickly rattle through the answers before a special treat from Michael Palin and the final scores.
Question 1 of the Spies round. Was Jason Bourne? That is who Matt Damon plays.
Classic films. question 2 was Bletchley Park. Was inspiration for The Imitation Game, starring friend of the show, Benedict Cumberbatch.
We're on a first name basis. It's no biggie. Question 3, the answer was Hoagie Carmichael.
Seriously tough question. Remains to be seen if anyone got that right.
That's a tough one.
Fair play if you did.
Question 4, the answer was Spy Kids. Actually.
Classic films again.
It really is vintage.
Answer number 5 is, of course, Alex Rider. There were 14 books in the Alex Rider series. And yeah, as I said, Stormbreaker, I have fond memories of watching Stormbreaker with my friends.
By that you mean mum and dad. Question 6. Question 6, the answer was Austin Powers. Yeah, not much more to say on that.
Answer number 7 was Shirley Bassey. She sang the theme tunes for Goldfinger, Moonraker and Diamonds Are Forever, and she's of course also Welsh, like Rob Brydon, who asked the question.
Question 8, the answer was John Le Carré.
It was. Selected as one of the all-time top 100 novels by Time magazine. So there you go.
I'm sure I pronounced that right.
Answer number 9 was Gary Powers. As I said, subject of the Bridge of Spies film, starring Tom Hanks, and yeah, one of the more famous moments in the Cold War.
Question 10, the answer was Johnny English, obviously.
Pictured there in a equally classic scene. Well, Boff was there, right?
Boff.
And answer number 1 for the final round was the Joker. Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix both won Oscars for playing the Joker.
That they did. Question 2. The answer is Friday.
Might have heard of the hashtag Fridays for Future. This tends to trend every Friday, or at least before lockdown, maybe.
Yeah, sure many of you have been to these strikes, or at least seen them around. Question 3. The answer was Henry Moore. It was worth £3 million and was sold as scrap metal for just £1,500.
Sad that. And that was, of course, Jodie Whittaker's question, who I know a lot of you are here for. Answer number 4 of the general knowledge round was flowers. Tough question, that one, we'll admit. But as you can see there, they're all holding flowers.
Never noticed it until now. Question 5. The song they sang was Waterloo. It was voted the best. Yeah, you said this already, didn't you?
I did, yeah. But it was, that was on BBC News page today. So if you're checking BBC News, you might have known the answer to that one.
You might have. Question 6. The answer was a moorhen, actually. Thanks again for the picture, Alan.
And answer number 7 was, so in what year did the Berlin Wall fall? And that was 1989. And that was Jon Snow's question. And you can see the picture of that famous event there.
Question 8. You could have had Doc or Bashful, not both.
So there you go. Those are 2 of the 7 doors. The ancient calculating device we were looking for was the abacus, or abacus. We'll accept both. Feeling generous.
So generous. And our final answer of the evening, I think, is your name, actually.
Very clever. Dad says it applies to lots of things, but your name was the answer you'll give if you're not being difficult. Okay, how are we doing on the scores, Addy?
Can you give me a couple more minutes or no?
We can give you about another minute because we have a special treat from Sir Michael Palin. So roll that clip.
My next question for all of you out there is, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I'm sure you all know that one. Anyway, thank you very much, and thank you for supporting this good cause. And because you've done so well so far, here's a really tricky one. A real sort of gold medal question this for you. What is your favourite colour? Thank you. Support the cause.
So thank you very much for those questions. Those were, of course, bonus questions. You don't need to submit those or anything. But if you did know the answer or would like to offer your answer, then feel free to post that in the live chat as well. But we will now be, I think, revealing the final scores from our scoring expert.
It's me again. Hi. So if we just look at rounds 5 and 6 first, and just how those went in general. Average score was 13, the highest score being 19, and the lowest score being 1.
Oof,
the
God,
lowest
that's a tough
score
round for someone.
Oof.
so far. These are the top teams for that round. Team Rocket, who have been doing it every week, I think, but
Wow.
do we know who they are?
We don't. Identify yourselves.
Yeah,
if
go
you,
for it.
If you'd like
Please, we would love to know who you are. Got 19 out of 20, and then multiple people in second and third place again.
to. Maple Pinks again in 12th. Good to see.
Yes,
Maple Pink Blakesley.
that's great.
And the Weevils. Shout out to Steve and Sarah, Max.
And this is just in general how everyone's done over the whole game. No one got 57 to 60 out of all 60s.
I think if you're getting more than 57, there's something suspicious going on.
There's some Google involved
Yeah.
there. And then if we're looking at total scores, so
Big reveal.
drum roll. Thanks, guys. Oh,
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. The first
Wow.
place, Portaloos. Good
Well done.
job.
First time.
First time in
Great
the
job. And then second place are the rowing boats, the Alat Yats, the Bowers,
lead. Who knows?
and Team Rocket, which is awesome. So if you guys all identify yourselves in the comments.
And Addie's pals slipping
Yeah, lost their throne.
from 1st to 7th.
It's a real shame there.
Still impressive though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can just, Addie, if we slowly scroll down,
Yeah.
people can sort of see where they
Ended
came.
up.
We'll also be posting these in a second Google Sheet and kind of placing the link in and around the YouTube video.
in the live chat as quickly as we can after this. So
We're
stick
doing it
around.
in the live chat?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, thank you. That means that I have to panic about that in a minute. But yeah, we'll pop the link up so you can also have a look for yourself and try and figure out where you placed. Susan Boyle and Ned playing together. The TARDIS Conspiracy Club. I think that's the club you tried to join, Josh.
No, I didn't try to. I did.
You did. Good job.
I'm devoted.
The Fellowship of the Ring. Mouldy Custard Creams didn't do so well. Your Canadian cousins are back again, which is awesome. Granny and Grandad. Yes.
Not in last.
So that's great job, everyone.
Oh, the Bowers, potentially Bowers Way. Who knows? Impressive. That's Harpenden, so that's good to see.
Wow.
It's great.
And we're back on
Awesome.
screen.
Back on screen. Great.
Laptops on
On
low
low
battery.
Battery, which is
Let's
terrifying.
Let's wrap it up quickly. You want to find a charger for Mum's laptop there? Plugged in.
Yeah, one that's potentially working.
Okay.
Oh.
So we'll
Phew. Oh, it's
We
plugged
are
in. We're
good.
good.
We're
We're good.
good.
We're
back in
fine.
business. Oh, it was adrenaline rush. Okay, so yeah, that's it for another week. Thank you to everyone who took part, and massive congratulations to the porters at the top of the table.
It's awesome.
Good job.
As lockdown is starting to ease, it looks like, it's likely that next week will be our last quiz. But we can assure you that we'll definitely be here next Sunday, and we have some final surprises planned.
Some big, big surprises, so make sure you're back.
So tell all of your friends, and we really hope that you'll join us next week. Same time, same place for one last blowout. The donation link, as always, is remaining open. So if you enjoyed tonight, and are
Even
able
if you
to,
didn't, even if you didn't enjoy it.
yeah, we'd love
Do it
you
anyways.
to add to the
Kind of
total.
fastest humour.
Most pub quizzes are probably £1 for entry or something.
Yeah, so if you
Few
can
quid.
donate
So-
that would be great.
Every little helps.
Yeah.
But apart from that, thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.